What's up, everybody? Boom, Bruda here again with another video for you guys today. And today we are going to be doing another video of title reviews with Boom, Bruda. Well, I think last video we did Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko. After them, like Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko, eventually they got beaten for the ECW Tag Team Championships by the Public Enemy. But I think we've already done a video on the Public Enemy, Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge. So this time we're going to be doing a video on the people who beat the Public Enemy to win the ECW Tag Team Championships. It was Raven and Stevie Richards. Or it's Steve Richards, I don't know. But, like, I don't forget what it said, but... So anyways, let's get to it. We're going to review Raven first. Scott Anthony Levy. He's better known by his ring name... Raven. He was an American professional wrestler, of course. He's also a producer, writer, and author and actor. During his career, he held a lot of championships all over the world. All over the globe. And his former ECW and he's also a former ECW two-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion, and he's also a former one-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And he held the title in TNA wrestling. He also held the WCW Light Heavyweight Championships once. And he is the record holder for the most reigns as WWE Hardcore Champion, with 27 reigns. He also won several World Tag Team Championships, one of them, of course, being the ECW World Tag Team Championships, and another being the WCW World Tag Team Championships. Once. Or, he won the ECW Tag Team Championships 4 times, and then the WCW Tag Team Championships once. And he was the 2005 King of the Mountain winner at Slammiversary, which is one of TNA's pay-per-views, in TNA Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. And he was only the second person ever to win the annual event between WCW, TNA, WWE, and ECW. Excuse me. And he also held 37, like Raven also held 37 total championships in his entire career. Isn't that amazing? And in addition to his numerous independent titles on the independent circuit, he is also the innovator of numerous types of gimmick wrestling matches, such as Clockwork Orange House of Fun, the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match, Raven's Rules match, a Hangman's Horror match, and he and Jerry Lynn are the only wrestlers to have wrestled in WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA, and Ring of Honor in their careers. So him and Jerry Lynn are the only people to have wrestled in all those. Sorry about that. Got a look on your face. Sorry about that. Him and Jerry Lynn were the only wrestlers to ever have wrestled in all those in some one of their careers. That is. So we're gonna talk about his career in ECW from 1995 to 1997. On January 7th, 1995, now bulked up to approximately 230 pounds, Raven debuted in ECW under their name Raven, which is a reference to the poem of Edgar Allan Poe. In addition, in a dramatic In a dramatic departure from his former gimmicks, Raven began, or Levy, as his last name, that's what we're calling him here. Levy, he portrayed a depressed sociopath, nihilistic misanthrope, with a grunge-inspired wardrobe. Levy has cited Patrick Swayze's manipulative Zen master of crime in the film of Point Break as an inspiration for the Raven persona. And Raven had a stoic manner and delivered eloquent philosophical promos, which included many literary allusions and ended up with the catchphrase, quote, "The Raven, nevermore." He made his debut with Stevie Richards attacking Tommy Dreamer and claiming Dreamer was his enemy when they were children at summer camp. Richards soon brought Raven a valet, Beulah McGillicuddy. Oh god, the name is Beulah McGillicuddy. Couldn't tell it's a guy or girl, but whatever. So, and a girl from Dreamer and Raven's pasts, apparently, who had unrequited feelings for Dreamer, and like as a child, but she was now seeking revenge. Raven and Dreamer had a multi-year ongoing feud with a great deal of matches. Obviously, Dreamer got over as an underdog face, showing resilience and tenacity in the spite of Raven coming out victorious every single time. And hold on a second. Just give me a minute here. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, and he went on to eventually win the ECW Tag Team Championships with Stevie Richards. He had a great career, really great career. He had a lot of feuds in ECW, he had like running-ins, or I don't know if these were feuds or friendships, but like Sandman, the Blue Meanie, Kurt Angle. He's also won the ECW World Heavyweight Championship 2 times, and apparently he kind of got a group of followers which he called the Raven's Nest, and he successfully defended the ECW Championship against like famous veterans like Terry Gordy or Dr. Death Steve Williams, among others. He gave Dr. Death his first loss in a singles match in the U.S. in many years. His feud with Tommy Dreamer at his debut, and a short pause while Raven feuded with Sandman. Oh, they actually had a one last match, Dreamer and Raven. Dreamer finally defeated him at WrestlePalooza, apparently, which was a pay-per-view of ECW, and that match was a loser leaves ECW match. And then Unfortunately, Raven lost, so then that's when Raven went to WCW. So, that is all the time I have for today. Oh wait, no it isn't. Sorry about that. Now we're gonna do Stevie Richards. Okay. Stevie Richards' real name is Michael Stephen Manna. He's an American professional wrestler, better known by his ring name Stevie Richards. He's also known by Steven Richards and Dr. Stevie. And he previously worked for ECW, WWE, TNA, and WCW. He held the WWE Hardcore Championship 22 times, and he was a 2-time ECW World Tag Team Champion. So, let's go down to his history with ECW. Excuse me. On February 25th, 1992, Richards participated in the first Eastern Championship Wrestling. That's what ECW was known as back then. They eventually became known as Extreme Championship Wrestling. He became a participant in the first ECW match in a 20-minute time limit draw with Jimmy Jannetty. And when it was announced that Scott Levy, then known by relatively lightweight gimmicks, that was Raven, Scott Levy, Scott the Body Anthony, Scott Flamingo, and Johnny Polo, those were other names that Raven's gone by in his career. He was coming to ECW, and Richards, he began adopting and mocking those gimmicks. One of the first things Raven did in ECW in his new gimmick as Raven was thrash Steve Flamingo soundly from that point on, and Richards acted as a flunky for Raven and ECW, calling him boss. While teaming with Raven, Richards won the ECW World Tag Team Championships, as we know, on 2 occasions. The team lost a dog collar match against the Pitbulls. And Richards was also part of the Blue World Order, or the BWO, as a parody of the NWO, the New World Order, which is a famous tag team. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, other guys. And with the Blue World Order Richards was one of the first ECW performers to perform on the World Wrestling Federation, or like on WWE, or it was called WWF back then. And it was programming during a cross-promotional appearance for Barely Legal. That was when ECW and WWE were at war with each other. Richards would defeat Little Guido in a one-on-one match from the Manhattan Center. And the highlight of Stevie Richards' ECW career was perhaps participating in the main event of the first ECW pay-per-view, Barely Legal. And he wrestled with Terry Funk and the Sandman in a 3-way dance. That's what ECW called the triple threat match back then, the 3-way dance. And it was to determine the #1 contender for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. Unfortunately, Richards lost, but he suffered a neck injury and a fatal. Well, Richards lost that, and he suffered a neck injury in a fatal 4-way match against Terry Funk, Sandman, and Raven, which would require numerous surgeries to fix. And Richards would also do a telephone line for ECW under the name Lloyd Van Buren with former Ring of Honor booker Gabe Sapolsky. However, he did not wrestle under that name. Boom, brothers! Hey guys, Boom Brother here. If you are watching this, you just finished watching a totally awesome video by me, Boom Brother. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. There should be a link to my channel in the description. Please check my channel out if you like my videos and if you like my channel. please subscribe. It'll really help out my channel. And as always, this is Boom Bruda signing off. Boom Brudas, we're out.